So now I'm doing some nails and a makeup look. And everyone who donated me makeup, this is all I have, literally from the clearance item. So if you guys wouldn't mind giving your testimony that you actually sent me name brand expensive makeup to the Stone House address, because they're trying to say it never arrived, even though I know that it definitely did. And this is all I've been using and improvising with. I've spent probably $20 off of the clearance rack. They're not even my shade. And then I mix them, and try to make it work. This has been absolutely ridiculous. And then obviously also calls to my girls who have not answered in a while, Viviana and Alexis, and my son every day, who answers more times than not with no or very limited information. So there's been no resolution still, and it's terrifying. It's the mix of trying to stay calm when every single part of the situation indicates that you should panic, and being outside and cold, borderline anemia, very limited budget or communication, worried about the children, worried about everything. It's a lot. And I just opened an 8th or 9th shelter request. Still have not heard anything back. So it's definitely a lot. And I've literally always been this way, always. And I never let my kids out of the house alone. So it's like we live in this space that is so difficult to duplicate in the world that we live in 2023. So I feel like every day passing is robbing me of opportunity to instill my morals and values and ethics, minus being extorted, being coerced, being trafficked, etc. and so forth with my own children. And that's where the urgency comes in from me and why I am so eager to find solutions. So calls I've made in the last week, DHS regarding insurance issues and them not allowing me to schedule with my own doctor. They allow me to see Dr. Solani, my primary care physician, who's not an OB gynecologist. So there's that. The IDOC requesting information on the roommate of Dylan to see if it's the same person who was charged with bludgeoning me and sentenced to 30 months in the state prison. Juan Madero Romero. They have never called me back. I've called them at least 3 times, Stateville Prison and the IDOC, both state's attorneys for Will as well as Cook counties. Neither have called me back. And directly to Molina Healthcare regarding a list of physicians, no assistance, just basically telling me, oh, that's a shame that we only offer doctors in this geographical region that you don't live in. So no changes. They clearly know that we're out here because the city has sent garbage trucks to sit across from our belongings. Talk about degradation and dehumanization. Have you ever needed to have a bowel movement and not been able to go to a business or a space to use an indoor facility and been in your 3rd trimester of pregnancy? But if you walk away, the trash man will throw away everything you own, your novel, your clothing, your tent. That's what I've been dealing with. So I'm sick to my stomach. Xavier's behavior, it goes back to inconsistent. I got maybe a few hours of regular love and support before they, scrambled him, whatever they do. We've been in the same location for 7 days. No one has offered a word of assistance, communication, or anything. So I guess we'll move around again. No response from 311. And again, this is a perfect example. In a monogamous relationship, I'm not saying you don't have sex. I'm not even saying if you're single and you want to have sex with someone and you're not really together, that's not my place. What I am saying is that the more energy you exchange in a way that's sexual, the more vulnerable and exposed you become. And you should save that for monogamy. I was celibate with the exception of being sexually assaulted for the entire time from my last relationship until I met Xavier. Things happen that bring sexual partners into your life, and then you choose if you want to be monogamous or if you want to be promiscuous. It's not about health for me. I mean, of course, everyone wants to be healthy. I want to be healthy. It's about emotional, spiritual, energetic health. You know, what kind of energy are you letting in? So when you guys hear me discussing oppression and being oppressed, say hi to my baby. Hey, baby. When you talk about that, this is a perfect definition. What do I need for my work? I have a list of the things I need. I get sponsors to send them. No one has to pay. And then still they're stolen and taken from me. And it's so wrong. It's just so wrong. And I'm still waiting on any sort of direct contact from law enforcement. Why won't they even approach me to receive the narrative anymore? How many times do I have them on camera accepting it? Why is there no open jurisdiction? I mean, legislation.